February 4th, 2025. Meeting has been moved and supported. Any discussion on the minutes? Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, please vote. No, we cannot.
It's lagging. It's coming.
How about this for the minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Anyone wish to abstain?
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Stop pushing buttons. Please stop pushing buttons.
Everybody stop pressing button. Okay, next item, please.
Unfinished business, there is none listed. We're moving to new business. Item number E1, forwarded from the Committee on Ways and Means meeting held on September 29, 2025, approval of the recommended two-year comprehensive executive budget and appropriations ordinance for fiscal year 25, 26, and 26, 27, including the recommended operating budget plans for fiscal year 25, 26, and the projected budget for fiscal year 26, 27, budget language instructions and technical amendments 1 through 24 to the Wayne County Executive's 25, 26 recommended comprehensive budget and appropriations ordinance as amended.
Thank you. I'll turn it over to the Chair of Ways and Means, Commissioner Kinloch.
Madam Chair, first of all, I would like to thank you for your trust and support of the Committee on Ways and Means to hold these various hearings to address the request that we received from County Executive Warren Evans to fund the county departments for the next fiscal year. Madam Chair, before I make my motion, I would like to call up or recognize both Terrence Adams as well as Mr. Whitfield from the Department of Management and Budget to do a high overview and to address any questions or concerns relative to what came out of Ways and Means this morning. Mr. Adams.
Through the chair, thank you, Terrence Adams, Chief Fiscal Advisor, Wayne County Commission. So in front of you have the 2025-26 recommended projected 26-27 budget, which I believe is a little over $2.2 billion, about 2.6 or so billion with the technical amendments. We had 24 technical amendments that are being added to the budget as far as the budget language instruction reports, which are reports that the commissioners would like various departments and elected officials to report back on various items throughout the year. I'll turn it over to Budget Director, Mr. Winfield, to go more into the technical amendments that are being submitted before this honorable body.
Through the chair, now, are we doing the entire list or are we just going with what?
Through the
At this
chair, what's your
time,
preference?
Okay, at this
The
time.
ones that you read off during the previous meeting.
All right, I'll start with technical amendment number 14. The purpose of this amendment is requested by M&B is to decertify revenue sources and revenue for the Wayne County Building Authority. This will have a decrease to the appropriation in the amount of $1.4 million. Technical amendment number 15. This comes to us from HHVS and is to certify county funds and Fund 221 in the amount of $13,000. Technical amendment number 16. The purpose of this amendment, it comes from, excuse me, the prosecutor's office, and it is to decertify funds to recognize the discontinuation of the Fair Michigan Foundation grant. Technical amendment number 17 comes to us from HHVS, and it also affects Fund 221, and it is to certify revenue for the SDOH Hub State Grant, and it will increase the appropriation by $10,000. Technical change number 18. This one comes to us from DPS, and it is to service two projects. The first at 7 Mile and Sheldon Roads, and the second is a pedestrian bridge on Beck Road. This adjustment increases the appropriation by $1.3 million. Technical amendment number 19. The purpose of this amendment, which comes to us, looks like it comes to us from M&B. And this is for the funding for the Western Wayne Special Ops Grant. It's a commission initiative, and this one actually will remain unchanged. Technical amendment number 20. This one comes to us also from M&B, and this is a commission initiative, I'm sorry. And this is to cover the stipends for a high deductible health plan. This increases the appropriation by $120,000. Technical amendment number 21. This one comes to us from EDD, and it is to fund and support the Renaissance of Hope's Resource Hub Development Project. This appropriation will increase by this amendment by $3 million. Technical amendment number 22, also for EDD. It comes to us and is in support of the Samaritas Family Independence Center. This is for $1 million. Technical amendment number 23. This also comes from us from DPS, and this is to cover township paving in the amount of $14 million. And then lastly, technical amendment number 24 also comes from DPS, and it is to fund basketball courts in Hines Park. And this one is $400,000.
Madam Chair, at this time, I will now ask for Commissioner Kniezek, I recognize if you would allow Commissioner Kniezek to be recognized.
Commissioner Kniezek?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I wanted to go to technical amendment 19. So in the fiscal year 25 budget, our current fiscal year, we had $1 million that had been set aside for the Western Wayne Special Operations Command. And this was for equipment purchases and improvements to facilities that are drastically outdated. I know we're in receipt of that contract, and I appreciate that. Moving into the fiscal year 26 budget, I know 7 of us commissioners had submitted a $3 million request to support upgrades and improvements to emergency response vehicles and the lights at the intersections of major thoroughfares in Western Wayne County. The goal was to have those lights and those emergency vehicles communicating with each other in a better way so that, 30, 40 seconds ahead of time, the lights would be changed, traffic would be flushed, and the emergency response vehicles would be able to move through quicker and safer and get to their intended location faster. In the conversations that I've had today and seeing the technical amendment 19, what would have been a $3 million request came in as $2 million. And I think in the conversations I've gleaned from today, I think that folks are conflating 2 separate projects as one. And so the 2 million was given thinking that 1 million was already there, and that would get us to the 3 million number. But in reality, the million in fiscal year 25 for the improvements to equipment is separate from the $3 million project. And so I just want to make sure that we're on the same page about that. I don't know if you've got questions for me, sir. If I could, that really wasn't a question for you, I guess, it was more of a statement. But I think it's all building to say if there's an appetite for on the floor here, making an amendment to increase that $2 million number in technical amendment 19 to 3 million, just so that both of those projects are fully funded and that it meets the request that was made by the 7 members of this body. But Madam Chair, I don't know exactly how to do that. I just have a thought and a desire.
Okay,
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Killock?
yes, and recognizing further deliberation with you in regards to that request. At this time, Madam Chair, before I make a main motion, I would like to I would like to request to recognize Commissioner David Kniezek for the purpose of a motion.
Is that fine? Thank you, Madam Chair. I would move that we amend technical amendment 19 to increase the dollar value from 2 million to 3 million from the same fund.
Support.
Board.
I know that's something that's very important to the downriver communities. And Commissioner Kniezek, that project does include some additional grant dollars?
Yes, ma'am. So this is a project that don't quote me on it because I don't have it in front of me, but I think it was in 14 different communities. Western Wayne and Downriver had applied for approval from the federal government. They've received that, but they're in need of the matching dollars from the county to do it. I think the good thing is too, is that, I don't see this as the be all end all. I think with this money going out the door, having it in place and functional in Western Wayne County and downriver, I think we can pull it farther east after that with some additional dollars as well, so that it's the entire county that's covered, just recognizing the amount of support that the different municipalities give each other across those county or township lines.
So it was moved by Commissioner Kenizik to add $1 million to Technical Amendment 19 for the downriver projects, downriver and Western Wayne projects. Attorney Johnson?
So through the chair to this honorable body, just for clarification purposes, we're not only increasing the sources, but we're also increasing the uses. So the entire document you have before you will be 3 million so that the budget remain balanced, just for the record. So you're doing the uses and the sources and the uses.
That the budget remains in balance. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that. There was a motion and support. All in,
I'll support
I'm sorry,
Support, you
for that, for
Support.
his
support, Harris
piece.
support, Wilson support, Dobbs support. Who else?
Commissioner Marecki? No, I'm saying we had a motion and we had support. We had, and that is to increase Technical Amendment 19. So we do have that. So I want to vote on that piece before we go on to the bigger piece. So for that, we have a motion and support. Please vote. No button pushing yet, so the system can reset. Pushing the buttons. No button pushing.
Okay.
Okay, now you may.
Everybody's willing to vote yes, so I'm telling you, it's flooding the system here. Okay.
Madam Chair,
Motion carries.
Thank
I want
you.
to be recorded as an aye on this vote. My pad is dead. Anybody got a battery? Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Kinlock, continue.
Madam Chair, I move that the Committee on Ways and Means forward to the full commission for consideration and with the recommendation to adopt the budget as proposed for 25-26, the budget instructions, as well as the technical amendments, including the technical amendment as amended this morning.
Moved and supported. Any discussion on the report?
I'm sorry, Committee of Whole. I'm sorry, I meant Committee of Whole to the committee, to the full board. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. This is the committee of the whole that we're in right now.
Right, yes.
Lots of meetings going on today. So we're going to forward this report from committee of the whole to the full board meeting. Any discussion on the item? Any discussion on the item? Hearing no discussion, please vote when Pam says vote. Okay.
Board is open for voting.
Madam Chair, once
Yes,
again, I'd like to be recorded as an aye. Still looking for that battery.
Motion carries.
duly noted. Thank you. All right, under committee of the whole, next item, item F,
Such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Commissioner Kinlock.
Madam Chair, just would like to also note, in further conversations with the county clerk, Kathy Garrett, I will be requesting for a technical amendment, not technical amendment, but budget instruction, a budget amendment to be communicated and received from management and budget associated with the overtime that you and I had talked about and thought we had fully addressed. So she will be consulting with management and budget, specifically dealing with the overtime costs to make sure that there's enough in the budget for the next fiscal year. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
And to that adjustment, I believe we just talked about the $75,000 being returned to her budget.
No
for-
one's, no, that's not. part of any discussion that I had this morning.
Okay, well, we just had a discussion with, the budget director, I believe.
Okay.
So we've already voted on the budget to go to full
No,
board.
I'm adding to his amendment that
No,
he
no,
just
this
discussed.
wasn't an action item. This was an
It's-
information item
yeah,
that
it's
I'm.
not an action.
Yes, this is not an action item.
Okay, so for information
Yeah.
then.
That was just for information, that the conversations will be had to make sure that
Okay, and that's what I'm saying then. I'm just, again, adding to the discussion.
oh, to add that to the discussion. Gotcha.
Adding that to the discussion, yes.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Such other matters? Hearing none. Next item.
Public comments.
Public comments. Anyone on Zoom for public comments? Any emails?
No emails were received.
Any hands on Zoom?
No hands on.
Any persons in the chambers for public comments?
Good morning to the chair and to this body again. I rise to this podium to bring to your attention again. I thank Commissioner Kinlock for asking for the adjustment with the overtime. And just for those that were not in the Ways and Means Committee meeting, as I shared that there are two programs in our court division, a set-aside program and the juvenile lifer program, which are mandated yet unfunded. And so we requested the $900,000. I think the recommended was $255. What we did receive was $565,000. Now, to make the difference for the 900,000, however, I want to put on record, I'm not certain that that will be enough, but that's where we're at because this is continually growing from the state of Lansing for different court functions. As for the, I think Commissioner Baker McCormick brought it up, which I stated in the earlier meeting, based on what is happening, I'm sure you all are aware that there is pending litigation from the clerk's office. I find it somewhat suspicious and a little blatant that that line item specifically would be decreased. Understanding for both situations, I'm able to come back over here and request additional funds, but I've never ran a deficit out of 24 years. I don't want it to ever be that I'm not speaking on the record as to the supposed needs that we need for overtime, whereas I have to come back before this body as if I'm not fiduciary responsible in my role. So I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Any additional public comments from the chambers? Public comments? Hearing none. Next item.
Adjournment.
So moved.
This meeting is adjourned. How much time do you need, Madam Clerk? Okay, we'll reconvene in 10 minutes for the full board meeting. Hmm?